All right, y'all. Welcome back to the podcast, to day number 4 of Appalachian Trail Summer 2025. And first and foremost, I want to wish a happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there and to the best father in the world, Jester Sr. So, Jester Sr. is my dad. I'm a little biased. And I want him to have a fantastic day. So, already on trail early this morning. And we've got a big day ahead of us. A lot of climbing. A lot of landmarks. And I want to go over that with y'all right now. So, day 4, we are back. Starting at Under Mountain Road. Headed 12.1 miles. Back to Gilder Pond, where I started yesterday. So I am starting at mile marker 1,507.5, and we are going north to Gilder Pond, again, where I started yesterday, 1,519.6. Today we have just a little over 3,600 feet of ascent and 2,200 feet of descent. And by the time we reach our final destination today at Gilder Pond, we will be 510.8 miles away from Katahdin, trail miles away from Katahdin. And some of today's highlights are going to be, I am climbing right now to Lion's Head. After that, we have Bear Mountain. After the top of Bear Mountain, which I believe is the high point of Connecticut, I will double check that. Then we have Sages Ravine, Mount Race, Mount Everett, and then 0.6 down from Mount Everett is the Gilder Pond area where I started yesterday. So, big day, lots of climbing, and I like climbing more than descending. And we are feeling much better, getting my mind right again. I can tell I'm starting to calm down. Had a good night's rest last night, a really good night's rest last night. Had a good dinner. Had a good breakfast this morning. I even took a goo this morning to give me 100 additional calories as I start this climb. A GU, which is my favorite energy gel. I love the vanilla goos. So, anyway, y'all, it is going to be a great morning. Hopefully you can hear those birds singing and hooping and hollering. And great day. Overcast right now. It is about 55 degrees. I think it's going to be overcast skies all day, which will make it great. And I think the high today is only 65. So perfect hiking weather. All right, y'all, I am going to get on with it, and I'll be back with you all soon. All right, y'all, I am back. Just made it over Lion's Head. And on the way down from Lion's Head, decided, it's funny how things work. And decided, well, I should tell you, I hadn't seen anybody all day. And hadn't been that long of a day, rather, a couple miles. And I was like, I'll use the restroom, get a snack. And, did all that. And it is always either right before I need to pull over the side of the trail and use the restroom, or during, as that's happened too, or right after I see people. So, lesson learned, especially ladies. Every time you want to use the restroom, if you haven't seen anybody on trail, you're going to see somebody. Just like you going to get your car washed, and if it's not supposed to rain that day, it will, or it'll rain the next day. So anyway, that is really a true fact that I have found over the years. Every time I pull over to use the restroom, it is guaranteed I will see somebody on trail. And those two gentlemen I just met, they are section hikers from Virginia. So one of the guys' name was Miller Time, and the other guy's name was Ozark. So they're out doing a 97-mile stretch, and then later this summer they are going to go hike the Whites. So that was fun. We had a short little conversation. They are on day 2, so we talked about, the soreness and things that come from section hiking and getting back out on trail. So that was a good little conversation. Right now, I am in between Lion's Head, and I guess my next major mountain is going to be Bear Mountain. So I will either catch back up with you guys at the top of Bear Mountain or at the bottom, because going north down Bear Mountain, it is a rock slab and it is steep. So I might be utilizing my rule of sitting down and going down the rock slab sitting down, because I feel more safe doing that. Hope y'all are having a fantastic Sunday, fantastic Father's Day. We'll be back soon. All right, y'all. I am officially in the state of Massachusetts, and I just walked past the sign that said Sages Ravine. So I am starting to do the Sages Ravine portion of today's hike. But let's go back a little bit. I have met some really cool people on trail today. Met another Connecticut Ridge runner. I'm pretty sure he told me his name was Jacob. I'm probably going to mess that up. Anyway, good guy. Stood on the trail, had a good conversation. Made it up Bear Mountain, no issues. Met some cool women on the top of Bear Mountain. When you get to the top of Bear Mountain, it is the Connecticut state high point. There's this huge, huge rock pile. And there were some women sitting up there with a guy. And they were out training for their Tetons hike coming up here in about 5 weeks. And we sat up there, and I had an apple. I had carried an apple, and I wanted to eat an apple up there anyway, so it seemed like the perfect time. And then on the way down the infamous northern side of Bear Mountain, coming down rock slab steep, I sat down 2 or 3 times and adhered to my rule. When in doubt, sit down and figure it out. And it works. And also, when in doubt, grab a tree to the left, put your foot down, put your pole down. I only carry 1 pole, and assess the situation. And I learned that hiking in New Hampshire and Maine, you're always assessing these rock slabs. So really glad to get down Bear Mountain. That was weighing heavy on my mind this morning, because I totally remembered it being something else. And sometimes I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse to have already done the trail once, and you kind of know what's up ahead. And y'all, I painted myself a picture for today that was just not true. So apparently I don't remember trail like I think I do. But I have had a fantastic day so far. We've gone up and over Lion's Den, up and over Bear Mountain, and now we are officially, well, I think there's one more sign in Massachusetts. Apparently I can't say that right. But we are in Sages Ravine, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the water and whatnot in Sages Ravine. And then I believe we have, I always forget, Mount Race, and then Mount Everett, and then down to Gilder Pond. So I am well over halfway for my day, and off we go. So in Sages Ravine, up to Mount Race next, and then Mount Everett, and then down to Gilder Pond. So I am going to enjoy the rest of this day, continue eating snacks, and hopefully meet some more cool people. And I'll be back to officially close out the episode. All right, you all. I am coming off of Mount Race. Just went over the ledges at Mount Race, and I am coming down. I have roughly 2 miles to the Gilder Pond area, and this day has been fantastically tough. Yeah, fantastically tough. I have eaten a lot today to fuel me to get over all of these rock slabs and all the rocks and roots. And what a fantastic day, though, which I have just come upon some more slabs here as we speak. I think I have slab phobia. Or I'm just tired. Or I have slab anxiety is what I have. So, yeah, again, started off this morning under Mountain Road. And that now is about 10 miles ago back. And we went up and over. I'm going to get my notes out here. Up and over the Lion's Head, Bear Mountain, down the Bear Mountain ledges. Bad. That was fun. And through Sages Ravine into officially Massachusetts, up and over Mount Race, and now I am working my way down to only work my way back up to Mount Everett, and then down to Gilder Pond, and that will be it for today. So we're looking at roughly over 3,600 feet of ascent, 2,200 feet of descent, and by the time I end today, we will have 510.8 miles to Katahdin. And if you all could see me right here, I am standing at the top of a rock slab looking down, and I'm going to end it right here just past Mount Race on a rock slab. So happy Father's Day, everybody. Hope you all again had a fantastic day. Thanks for listening. Be safe out there, everybody, and happy section hiking. All right, y'all, I am working my way down still Mount Race to the base of Mount Everett so I can climb Mount Everett. But I just saw a day hiker. I was trying to think. I've seen a lot of day hikers today. But anyway, stopped and was talking to him and everything. And he's like, "Where did you start this morning?" I said, "Back at Under Mountain Road." And he was like, "Oh, well, I'm from this area. I don't know where that's at." And I said, "Well, it's right there at 41 where the AT crosses. You know, there's a kiosk there. There's actually a privy there." And he was like, "Well, I'm not familiar with that." So literally, I get out Gut Hook. And not Gut Hook, far out. Anyway, my brain, y'all. And I show him where the parking area is at Under Mountain Road, where the trail crosses, you know, the red line of the Appalachian Trail. And he still didn't believe me. And he said, "Well, where are you headed today?" And I said, "Gilder Pond." And he was like, "So you're going up and over Everett?" I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, I didn't make it." And I said, "There's still time to go." And he just kind of looked at me like I was nuts. So I decided I better stop talking to him. And I better stop talking to y'all because I'm on top of another rock slab. All right. Happy section hiking, y'all. See you tomorrow.